Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
You feeling smoky?
No.
Okay. Well, you're about to because
Fair enough.
we're
Good
going to be
call.
drinking a smoked beer.
That's true.
Yeah. So first off, thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to check out nerdsense.net. From there, you can get to all of our social media spots. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe because we like subscribers and you'll get notified whenever we post new videos. So why wouldn't you want to do that? So what we have here is another beer from Max. He sent, he dropped off a big box of beer. We'll link to the other unboxing. It was a ridiculous box of beer. It was amazing.
Yeah, I honestly, like you say, a big box of beer doesn't even cut it. Like,
yeah,
I have a big box of beer in my bar from him
because it was 2 boxes of beer. It wasn't even one big box of beer. It was 2 boxes.
That guy's a savage.
Yeah. And if you are watching in order, you just watched our review of Fox Farms The Cottage, their Helles lager. And what we're about to do now is The Cabin, their smoked Helles. And if I looked at the label, I would have answered my own question earlier, where they do have different little bits of artwork for the middle, it looks like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I thought it was all, that makes sense. But yeah, this one's 5.3%. The other Helles is 5.2, and this one was canned on 130.
That's, not that bad.
Nope. Fresh AF. So if you watch the other video, this brewery is extremely hyped, and it lived up to it.
Oh yeah. We really like the regular Helles. Let's see how we like this Reggie one. Oh, this is actually a paler color.
I was thinking the exact same thing because, like, given that it's only 0.1% off, maybe it's not the same recipe. Maybe they do something a little bit different so that it kind of keeps the smoke a little bit better.
Yeah, the other one was between yellow and amber. This is much more yellow.
Yeah,
like, on camera, like, maybe comes off.
It's straw.
Yeah, this is very
straw. Yeah.
But
Mike's looks more than it does in person. Mine's a little darker on camera, but it's lighter in person.
It is really, really gorgeous though, and I got about 2 fingers ahead. I didn't pour that aggressively either, but man, that's a pretty beer, man.
It's gorgeous.
And like the thing is, if you do a Helles and a smoked Helles, you kind of figure there's an A and a B. I'm glad we didn't do these side by side. Now looking at this
I am too.
So,
do you want to smell it?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Jesus. Smells like my Freud. Smells like steak.
It smells like bacon. Smells like bacon. Like I like smoked beers. I don't love smoke. You don't smell bacon?
No, I said it does smell like bacon.
Oh, okay. When it comes to smoked beers, like I have to be in a mood for them, or they have to be. Chan's gonna be like, "What is this? Is this liquid bacon?"
Want to try to smell this real quick? Sorry.
No. Like I like a light smoked beer. If it's too smoky, it could be too much. But whenever I think of like smoked beers, though, I think of that. What's the German brewery, and they come in the stubby bottles.
I'm not really sure.
And German smoked beer.
Rausch beer. Good call.
No, Rausch beer. No, the Schlenkler?
Maybe.
Schlenkler? If you saw the label, you would know exactly what I was talking about.
Maybe. Honestly, like Rausch beer is not my forte in any way. So I generally kind of don't drink them. But yeah, I mean, this is very, very. It has some earthiness. It's very, very like bacon fat kind of a smell.
Yeah.
You can get a little bit of the health sweetness, just a little bit through there, but it's hard to even get to sort of those sort of old world kind of hops.
If you go deep, you kind of pick it out, but yeah, like this, like the smokiness is.
Yeah, that's not unusual with the Rausch beer either. So it's to try to get that deep is kind of hard for me anyway.
No, I agree. And just the way like that, like the head, like it's only 5.3%, but it's got this like lovely lacing of just like, I don't know.
All right, want to get a sip?
Let's do it. Cheers.
Do it, sir. Cheers. This doesn't taste, I mean, at all like the other one.
No, but it's also doesn't taste as smoky as I thought it was going to taste, given the nose.
Oh yeah, no.
And
But
I like it. It's subtle and it kind of like eases into the smokiness.
a little bit, but like when I'm breathing through my nose, it's even away from the beer. It's very like you guys started getting that smokiness comes through, you know. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely a different base, at least seemingly a different base. It's a different ABV and looks different. And it actually, to me, it tastes quite a bit different. It's got a little more bitterness. It's a little more earthy. It doesn't have quite the lemon peel or the floral kind of deal.
Mhm.
Even the fresh cut grass maybe is cut back. Um, it's I mean it isn't that, so it isn't, that's not what I'm getting at. It's just, but in comparison, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
It definitely has some sweetness. It um definitely has that sort of earthiness without it being like fresh cut grass. But like definitely you are getting hints of sort of that that smoke, that sort of fatty bacony kind of a thing. It's interesting.
Yeah, and I think this is sort of where I like my smoky beers. Like it's not overpowering. Like sometimes, so like if I really want to smoke beer, then yeah, I want to taste it for hours after. But like this is like for me the perfect kind of level of smoke. I've been drinking a brown ale by Four Quarters that says it's lightly smoked, and it's
Yeah.
just the grape beer or whatever. Or no, that's the you
No.
know
Yeah, I
you
know
know
you. Yeah. For course,
um,
awesome though.
yeah, and it's lightly smoked, and it's perfect the way the smoke levels there. It works with being a brown ale. This for me works perfectly as like a smoked Helles. Like it's there's enough smoke there. You're still getting some lager character. You're not getting everything you're getting from the regular Helles, which is fine because if you're going into a smoked Helles lager, you're probably going into it wanting a smoked beer, right? You're wanting a little bit of that smoked character because you're not expecting a full lager. And I think this is like kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I actually think that if it had the level of sweetness that the other one had, and it had that sort of citrus character, it wouldn't work as well.
Yeah.
You know, this is sort of describably a savory kind of a beer. You know, um,
Yeah.
you know, this is not this is not something I would reach in my fridge for often.
Mhm.
That's not a slight on the beer. It's just not kind of my deal. But I mean, this is good. I've no issues with this. You know,
No, I
I'm
100% agree. Like, yeah, this is something that if I went there, I wouldn't buy a case of it. Probably
mm,
buy a 4 pack, and then. But the thing with this would last over a couple months, so you could easily just grab it whenever you wanted something like this, and it'd
yeah,
be a good splitting beer too. Like if we were just hanging out in between stuff, just split a can of this and move on to the next one.
yeah.
But the thing I will say is overall the beer itself is extremely well crafted.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
Yeah.
it's like you use this phrase a lot with lager. Oh, you've used it for a few times. It's elegant. It has this elegancy to it, even though it's a smoked beer. But it has this like nothing is out of place.
No, it's all balanced. Yeah, no, absolutely. You're 100% correct there. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and I
It's
guess no. Go ahead.
it's it's definitely. I think Roush beers. I can't pummel them either. Like I have to kind of sit on them a little bit. You know, like the last Hellas, I smashed really
Yeah,
fast. This one here is something that takes me time to kind of get through, and that's not like a bad thing. It's just I think I don't handle like smokiness as well as some people do, um, and but I also think this is sort of something that sort of warrants time.
no, 100%. I
You
agree.
know.
But yeah, down in the comments, Fox Farm, The Cabin, their smoked Hellas. What do you think of it? Have you had it? What do you think of it compared to the Cottage, their regular Hellas? Fox Farm in general, and then also the more important question: smoked beer, yes or no? I feel like it's very like you like it, you don't. It's
Yeah, I actually think it's even more divisive than sours, honestly.
yeah, that's a very good That's a valid point. There's people like Keith at 93 Lumber who love the smokiest of smoke beers, but then other people like here you just think like what, like when you first hear smoked beer, like what does that mean? Then you taste it, you're like what is that, right? Like it's way more jarring because if someone's like, here, try this sour, you kind of know what to expect, right? Like you kind of know it's going to be a sour beer, it's going to be tart. Someone says try a smoke beer for a first time, especially someone that's starting to get into craft beer and stuff like that, you give them a smoke beer, they're gonna be like, what the heck was this? What is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I do think there are parallels too, because I do think that like I think even somewhat with sour beers, someone's like, well, what is a sour beer? What does that even mean? You have you like if you are introduced to the wrong one, you're in
Yeah.
a bad place. I actually think this might be kind of the way to introduce someone, something like this, or even like you said that 4/4, that slightly smoked brown ale.
Yeah.
That might be a good entryway, you know. Because this one here, the smoke is pretty apparent on the nose, but on the palate, it's it's completely doable.
Yeah.
This isn't like a strong beer as far as that smoke Roush character,
Right. And for me, usually when I have those Roush beers, I can still taste it on my palate a long time after. It's there, but it's not overpowering, which sometimes it is. Like sometimes you'll like after you eat smoked foods, right? Like a smoked brisket or anything, you go to a barbecue spot, you have that smoke flavor. It lingers for a long time, and sometimes Roush beers do that. This one's not really there. Maybe once we finish the can, it will. But for me, it's not kind of lingering as much as I expected it to, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree everywhere. Yeah.
Nice. And again, Max, dude, thank you so much. This is awesome. We have a good amount of mystery beers left from Max, so be on the lookout for those. We're about to hop onto a stream and do some stuff with Kyle and Matt. So we're going to do some joint mystery beers. But yeah, be on the lookout for those videos. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit those notification bells so you're notified whenever we post new videos. And I'm Sean. That's Mike. And this is Nerdsense. Cheers. Let's get smoky.